to Wednesdays just for today. It's very cold outside today, David.
Yeah, it's
you know,
pretty chilly, but it's not as cold as it was yesterday. So that's something to be grateful for.
yes, very true. But the holiday season is here. And I know for me, with my lived experience, that I can hide away, right? I can start to isolate. But there's a difference between isolation and solitude. And that's what we are going to talk about today. I have a few guests here that are going to be interacting with us on just for today. So beside me is David. So
Hello, I'm
welcome,
David.
David. And then we also have LaKayla, who was here a couple days ago and actually did that. So well, I would like to welcome both of them. Would you like to say hi? Hi. And there's LaKayla. So, um, well, good morning. So we'll just dive right in. So I'm going to do some reading and then share some of my lived experience. And I love the title today. It's Good Company, because we ourselves are our own good company. And over my recovery journey, I have learned to be able to be alone and fill my cup and allow my higher power to gift me the love and the compassion and the things that I need versus reaching out or having someone else to try to fill that void for me, right? So, just for today, I spend more time with myself than with anyone else. Wouldn't it make sense to put some energy into making that relationship as fulfilling as possible? After, oh, excuse me, another person cannot prevent me from feeling lonely, but my inner emptiness can be satisfied. I can come to value my own company. I am a worthwhile companion, one of the illusions shared by many of us who have been affected by alcoholism or any, right? Any disease.
Hmm.
Um, is that only another person can fill that empty place within us. But many of us remain just as lonely even after those conditions are met. Today, when I'm by myself, I will know that I am in good company. When I stop expecting others to meet all of my needs, I find new and exciting ways to enjoy my own friendship. And when I do get lonely, I have the comfort and support of a higher power who never leaves me. Today, I will spend some time exploring the most intimate human relationship I will ever have, my relationship with myself. And I love this quote. It says, "What a lovely surprise to discover how unlonely being alone can be." Um, that quote has just really just stuck out to me, because the more that I have grown in my spirituality and in my recovery journey, the more I've been able to sit with myself, and I've been able to go out and take myself out on a date, right? Like I can go have dinner by myself. I can go watch a movie. And I enjoy that because I know that I'm never alone. I know that the universe is there guiding me and is there supporting me and filling me up and filling up my cup, And I've learned to be able to, it was so funny because right after COVID hit, it's like we were all isolated, right? And like none of us could interact with each other. And I know for me that was like so hard, especially in my recovery, because I fell into this depression and like this isolation of like, and that's where I started to really dive in and be able to really look within myself and find that solitude rather than the isolation, and be able to, like it talks about here, like knowing that I'm not alone and that my higher power never leaves me, and being able, when I would go outside, I would see butterflies. Like one day I saw butterflies everywhere, constantly. And I knew then that that was my higher power and that I was on the right track and my higher power was guiding me. And I started to feel fulfilled, right? Like for me, nature is a huge thing in my recovery, and being in nature always gives me that fulfillment and always lets me know that I'm not alone. And today I can stand in front of a mirror and I can laugh at myself, or I can do something goofy and I can laugh at myself rather than getting upset or angry that, oh, why did I do that? God, that was so stupid. But instead today I'm like, oh, yeah, that's just who I am. Whatever. It is what it is, and being able to to do that. So it's just been this whole just for today is absolutely amazing because I know that in my recovery journey and over my 17 years, I have definitely utilized other people to fill that hole and to fill that void and feeling like I could never be alone, whether it be fear of abandonment or codependency. Because that is a part of my recovery journey, and being able to um, work through that and being able to sit with that and to be honest with myself, and then to be able to watch myself grow, and then as I grow, watching others grow with me, which is really incredible. Good morning, Todd. um, oh, awesome. He says good morning. Todd says good morning
Good
to
morning, Todd.
everybody. Thank you for being on, Todd. Today, we're just talking about being our own good company, and allowing ourselves the opportunity to get to know ourselves, and utilizing what we have within us instead of utilizing someone else to fill us up, right? So I'm going to turn it over to David, and I'd love to hear his lived experience and
Part
on
of
this topic.
Well, good morning, everyone. My name is David. A lot of my lived experience was from learning how to use solitude instead of isolation. Because a lot of times when I was thinking I had solitude, it was filled with always nitpicking everything that wasn't right, so to speak, that was going on in my life. And over my very long recovery journey, which is around about as long as Christy's. I mean, have to admit, me and Christy go way back. We've known each other for many, many years now. And to piggyback off the COVID thing, when that happened, I had to get used to not going out to things like coffee shops and going out and actually being around people. I mean, it was different, hard time to deal with because I had gotten so used to being around other people sometimes and relying on that to make myself feel normal. But I started to realize that having had a spiritual awakening and getting that conscious contact with my higher power, that I was never really alone. And not being alone, I was able to realize a lot of different little nuances that I was starting to miss, like kind of like my friend Christy here. Nature's a huge thing to me. Like I can always find something to be grateful for, in like the universe's phenomenal creation.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like I said a little bit earlier, yeah, it's cold today, but it's not as cold as it was yesterday. So that's something to be grateful for. And being able to spend some, like yesterday was one of my down days that I'm prioritizing my time so I don't empty my cup too much and spread myself too thin, which I've had some bad habits with that. Just trying to throw myself so much into service and service of others that I end up feeling off. So it's like a balancing act. Gotta have enough time for me to have that downtime and work on things that I want to work on and get that serenity and peace, which, I'm happy, joyous, and free by myself more often than not because I am in great company. I mean, um, I can meditate and like reflect on what matters to me more and what my life actually means. I mean, it's difficult for some people to understand that people that knew me like pre-recovery, they're like, "You're so different. You can't really be that happy." Well, spoilers, I can, because the things that I used to value, like drugs and alcohol, aren't that important to me anymore. It's more about my spirituality and my connections that I have with people, and I don't have to avoid things just to at all. Like I'm to a point where I can face almost anything, because when I face it, it's me and my higher power facing it together. And some of the things that, I've been through in my recovery journey is things that not everybody else can deal with. Struggles with homelessness and stuff like that. Even during those times in my life when I was dealing with that stuff, I was still sober. When other people were like, "Man, you're sleeping outside and you're dealing with all this stuff." Yeah, oh well. I mean, this too shall pass, and keep living the life and like working on your recovery, and then things happen. Like they happen without like hardly any effort on my part. Like now I'm staying in a place and got all these different things happening that it's mainly just because I've been like putting my best foot forward, and it's so much more than just not picking up and using for me today. That's like the last thing on my mind. Having genuine connection with myself has allowed me to have more connections with people on like a higher level of not just, oh, we got common interest or something, just
More of a soul level.
something pretty
Something.
much. Yeah, I mean, like people that I never thought I would be that close to, or some of the people that I hold the dearest to my heart. People from all different walks of life. Uh, it's it's a different in my mentality due to my spirituality.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty awesome, but it's a lot more simple than people realize it is, because it's just a lot of different things have become second nature, like getting up in the morning and taking that little bit of time to like pray and meditate and just kind of zen my day.
I love that. I love all of that, David. Like I can relate to all of that. Every aspect of that. And that's absolutely amazing. And that like hearing you say being able to be alone today and enjoy your company today, no matter what the external circumstances are,
Yeah.
knowing that you are grounded and you are solid in your belief with your higher power, and you know that you do deserve great things, and you are worthy of the amazing journey um, that life has offered us through our wellness and recovery journey, right? Because it doesn't just have to be about drugs and alcohol, it can be about anything. Because this is a healing journey. At the end of the day, this is a healing journey, and we are all healing, the parts of us that we love, right?
Yeah.
And we want to heal, and we're able to do that with the guidance of our higher powers. And, guys, like today, I want to challenge y'all to do something for yourself, with yourself, whether that be going on a walk in nature and, looking at the trees and just enjoying hearing your breath, or looking down at your fingers and you're like, wow, I love, my hands are beautiful today. or,
Or doing something as simple as like fixing yourself something for dinner instead of going to McDonald's or Burger King. Pull something
yes,
out of the fridge and
yeah,
or the freezer and make that meal yourself. Just enjoy that experience and put the seasonings you want in it and make yourself a dinner.
I love that idea. I absolutely love that idea because that goes back to mindfulness, right? And being mindful of, where I'm at and what I'm doing. It's like the mindful eating, right? So
Yeah.
like I'm sitting here and I'm eating this food and this food tastes so good and this food, and I'm putting this in my body which is healthy and it's good for me. So that is something that is part of self-care. I
There's so
feel.
many ways that we can treat ourselves. So a
Mhm.
lot of people like assume, oh, I can only treat myself if I go buy myself something nice or take myself out. There's a lot of nuances to like self care, like the little things. Like this yesterday, part of my self care was like I decided to shave because I had been putting it off, and like I felt so much better after that shower and then like shaving, and I was like, ah,
Awesome.
just it's the little things that have more impact than we ever realize before we start our recovery journeys.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of the nuances in self care, like the smallest things, can have such great impact. Uh, it's pretty awesome. I
It
mean,
is. It
it's
is.
things that I never, it's a way of thinking and a way of life that I never would have thought of like 20 years ago. I never would have even, you know, strive to like live this type of life that I'm living, uh, back in the day, so to speak,
Yeah.
because I didn't, there was a different type of acceptance that I had back then, and the acceptance that I had was like things suck and there's nothing that I can do about it.
Right. Right.
But now my acceptance is, everything is awesome, kind of like the song from the Lego movie. Everything is awesome, and it can be a phenomenal journey if you allow yourself to trust the process and like embrace the process.
Yes, yes. I love that. I love that, David. And I would like to, in our Just for Today reading, it talked about when I stop expecting others to meet all of my needs, I find new and exciting ways to enjoy my own friendship. That is such a powerful statement. It's such a powerful statement to me because I've always, before I got sober and before I started my recovery journey, I always expected everybody to meet my needs. Like that's what I expected, and I would do whatever I had to in order to have those needs met. And as I started to unravel in my recovery journey and I really started to look within rather than looking externally, I started to find this light and this person that I had no idea that existed. Um, and it was exciting and fulfilling to be able to learn about this person. And then COVID hit, so I dove deeper, and then life happened, right? We all go through things in life. Everybody's going through something every day, so that's why it's important for me to show kindness and love throughout that, right? So if I'm exerting that to others, then I'm going to be exerting that to myself and I'm going to show that kindness and that love. And I'm going to know that, like, okay, you know what? I haven't taken myself out on a date in a while. You know what? I haven't gone to the gym in a week. I haven't done whatever it may be. Um, and I'm going to start doing that, because I am, as it says in our reading, I am a worthwhile companion. I really want to challenge you guys today to say that and to see that within yourselves because you are worthwhile companions for yourselves. And we also have LaKayla here. LaKayla, would you like to share on
Um,
on our reading today?
yeah, I think I'm in the beginning of my journey. I'm still trying to find my own companionship, and I used to be alone a lot. I was in solitude, but it's now I'm just in a place where I can't be alone, so it's kind of hard. But I'm just going through this journey. I'm trying to focus more on me than externally. I catch myself focusing externally on other people when I really need to work on myself, but sometimes it's really hard just sometimes it's hard to really just dig deep inside, and it's really no excuse, but I'm just trying to. It's just I'm in the beginning stages of my journey, so I'm really just trying really hard, but I'm just realizing now that I really need to focus on myself and focus on my own self care. And that's really all I have to say for today.
And that's amazing. Like, thank you, because that was so powerful, because I remember that for myself. I remember with my lived experience and when my journey started and realizing how hard it was for me to even look in the mirror, right? To be like, to see myself and then to want to spend time with that person that, I didn't feel worthy. Again, it goes back to our reading, right? Like, and today, as I've gone through that recovery journey and as I've like experienced the ups and the downs, and the backwards and the forwards and the sideways, because we all do, that's my lived experience. It's like, it's a ebb and flow, but it's like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
and
things.
it took a while for me to realize that I am so much more than what others perceive me to be.
Yes.
How somebody else sees me, that's how they see me. And that used to be how I saw myself. And it took a while for me to like get that because like most of us in recovery, I'm pretty stubborn.
Yeah.
I can't get pretty stubborn. And
relatable.
And then it got to a point I just not necessarily overnight, but over a period of time, I got to the point to where how I see myself is no longer based on how anybody else sees me. If somebody doesn't see the phenomenal like person that is me, then that's their problem. Because I'm unique in my abilities, and my abilities are what make me unique.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that I love myself more than ever before. And
That's powerful.
um, I don't mind being alone, but I like being around people because some of the people that I'm around, especially when I come here to PRN, those are the people that like add more to my cup. Like the people that I've known for a while, and even some of the ones that I'm just meeting, the people that when they see me walk up, their face lights up because they see me. That's a different type of euphoria or a different type of high for me today because to genuinely be appreciated just because I've learned to appreciate myself.
There it is, guys. Like, wow, that's just mic drop. Like,
Yeah.
like that's just it right there. When we spend time with ourselves, in my lived experience, when I spend time with myself and I fill my cup up and I love myself first and I become that good company for myself, it beams from me and it shows and it becomes this light that's all around, right? And other people start to see that and other people start to absorb that. And that's how we get out in the community. That's how we change the world one person at a time, right? By changing ourselves first and by learning to truly, truly love ourselves. And that's love everything about ourselves. That's one thing that I have learned is just loving me, everything about me. Everything about me, the aging, the, aches and pains, the, emotions, just all of it, the physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, and just loving myself and being able to do that and being able to fill up my cup gives me the opportunity to give back in recovery and in my wellness journey at work, when I see people in recovery out on the streets, like anywhere, like just everywhere and anywhere in my life. And those are like my closing thoughts for today. David, do you have any closing words that you would like to share? Oh, hi, Crystal. I didn't feel worthy, so I did everything I could to prove I was worthless, but I couldn't beat it. So I finally gave up. Now I'm getting used to feeling good and being successful. I love who I am. Yes,
Yay. Well,
I love that,
congratulations.
Crystal. I love that. I love that you love who you are. And I love that honesty, not feeling worthy, not feeling like we're a part of, or that, that we don't belong here, and being able to grow in our recovery, whatever that recovery or wellness journey looks like,
And
and
that reminds
being
me of
able to feel
something
worthful
that I
again.
heard
Yeah.
back in the day. Don't quit before the miracle happens. Uh,
Yes.
and at this point, I've realized that, outside of the substance and stuff like that, and even outside of my own mental wellness issues, there's all kinds of hurts, habits, and hangups that we learn to deal with the more we work on ourselves. And that process is never really done, because I can be the best me for today, but maybe tomorrow I can be a better me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's kind of my closing thoughts. I mean,
Awesome. I love it. I love
because
it.
each day I strive to do a little bit better, to where at the end of the day, when I'm doing my daily reflection, there's
Yes.
less things that I need to work on, and there's less chances of me hurting someone else,
Mhm.
or doing something that hurts myself by allowing myself to either be around that one person that just kind of tries to pull me back down in the
Yeah.
mire. But I have to remember that I can make myself available too much. And so for me, sometimes it's better for me to like not want to be alone, but be in my own solitude, because that's when my cup gets fuller.
And with our higher powers, right? And
Yeah,
whatever your
because
belief is, whether it be nature, whether it be, the universe, for me it's nature, and for me that's where I just feel completely connected, and that's where I fill up my cup. And I just challenge all of y'all today to really look at yourselves in the mirror and say, I am worth everything. I am beautiful. I am the sunshine. I am the light, because we are. And we are that for ourselves, and we're that for everyone in our community, and coming together. And oh, Crystal, thank you. Thank you for
thank
coming on.
you.
Thank you for letting us know that you're here. And, I just feel like this has been an awesome just for today. And it's just been so powerful hearing everyone's lived experience. And I'm so grateful that you guys are, chatting with us and connecting with us virtually. It's so important. Connection is so important. And all walks of recovery are important. And respected. And the things that we need is just one person to support us, and we need that hope, right? Those are two things. You got that one person to support you. So we're here supporting you guys, and you guys are supporting us, and we're
Yeah.
giving each other hope in our journey for today. LaKayla, do you have any closing statements that you would like to say?
No, no, I'm okay. I'm just. I hope you guys start enjoying your solitude. That's all I have to say.
Wonderful. So today I challenge you. Oh, thank you, Todd. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you, Todd.
So, guys, today I challenge you to not isolate. Instead, love yourself and fill up your cup, and enjoy that solitude with yourself and your higher power. And maybe you'll learn something new and find something new about yourself that you didn't even know. Um, and I am so grateful for all of y'all out there virtually. I'm grateful for everyone in this room. I'm just grateful for everyone in the community. And I love you all. And I give you virtual hugs, and I send virtual kisses.
Mwah.
Until next time, we will see you guys Friday at 9 a.m. Please share. And, let's get this love out into the world. Everybody deserves it. So thanks, guys. Thank you so much, Todd, Crystal, everyone, for being here. We appreciate you so much. So at PRN, thank you. Thank you, guys. Y'all have a great, awesome Wednesday, and we will see you Friday.